Yeah. Here we go, huh? Yeah. Yo, when I was young, man, my dad had a house. I catch a contact and talk like Eka Mouse. Go to school, act like I'm pulling out. Kind of funny because I used to.
The 2K Sports pregame show, sponsored by Sprite.
And we welcome you to 2K Sports. Good to have you along, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson, and this is the legendary Shaquille O'Neal. Tonight's game at AT&T Center, it's the San Antonio Spurs going up against the New York Knicks. And guys, when you look at the Knicks, they haven't competed at the level they'd like over the last week or so. Just one win in 5 games. One of those guys who can really shoot the ball, and for him, the playoffs in 2014, a breakthrough. We're talking about Danny Green, Shaq.
Yes, he is perfect for the Spurs. He runs off screens and knocks down threes, especially when I tell him to leave it all the time. If you take a look at this right here, Ernie, he releases the shot, and he leaves it up there as it goes in. Yak 'em.
You're trying to tell me that your advice to Danny Green on three-point shooting has paid off. Come
yes,
on.
it has.
Come on.
Yes, I
Come
taught
on.
him. I taught Dennis Scott. I taught Glenn Rice. I taught Brian Shaw. Leave it.
Time now to go out to Kevin Harlan as we get set for the tip.
Here in San Antonio, the Tower of the Americas, standing 750 feet tall in the center of Hemisphere Park. We've got basketball action at the AT&T Center. We're in San Antonio, Texas, the home of the Spurs, live on 2K Sports. It's Wednesday night basketball, live on 2K Sports. Hi, everyone. This is Kevin Harlan, in the booth, as always, with Clark Kellogg and Steve Kerr. The Spurs happy to be returning to San Antonio after the road trip. They've been playing very well lately. It's been 4 wins for them in their last 5 games.
When I look at San Antonio, quite honestly, they've been disappointing with the start to their season. I mean, this is a team that has high expectations and pretty good potential to be a contending team.
Well, they haven't lived up to them so far, that's for sure, Clark. They're kind of lingering in the middle of the pack. They seem to be searching for a spark, and so far, searching in vain.
And now, the New York Knicks starters. They've got Calderon. Amundsen is out there with Jason Smith. Then it's Anthony, and it's Galloway in at the 1. He feeds it to Calderon. Galloway, the pass to Anthony. And it's Anthony again missing. He lobs up the alley-oop pass and finished off by Leonard.
Boy, the pass there floated up to the precise spot where it needed to be.
And no messing around on the finish, huh? He powers it through.
Sure didn't waste any time there.
I'll tell you what, that is going to be an alley-oop we'll see on the highlight reel the next few days.
Anthony drives in. Galloway, the pass to Anthony. And the shot is good.
Offensively, he can be the engine that drives them at any given time.
Here's Leonard. That's good, and so Duncan with the assist. 6 points for Leonard. He gets it up. Shot is off. And that concludes the first quarter of play. Spurs lead by 4. And we'll be back in just a moment with the start of the second quarter.
Coming up next Sunday night, December 14th, Stephen Curry and the Golden State Warriors go up against Anthony Davis and the New Orleans Pelicans. Do not miss it.
All right, the second quarter beginning in just a moment. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Spurs?
Yeah, the defense has been terrific. They came out right from the beginning alert and focused, and they've been really good at that end of the floor.
And I think Coach has to be pleased with the effort, Steve.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. On the court for San Antonio, Mills and Manu at the guards. Boris Diaw is out there with Bellinelli, and it's Baines in at the 5. And here we go with Anthony running it up the court.
Boy, I love it. Active hands on the steal, active feet on the fast break.
And Clark power on the dunk.
And guys, this is just too close of a game to be giving the ball up like that and then failing to get back in transition.
Here's Ginobili. Second shot opportunity, and that is good. Diaw's got his first points of the game.
If you battle for the offensive rebound and come up with it, you're guaranteed a high-quality shot on a follow just like he got there.
Here's Larkin. Anthony left side. And again, it's New York. Eight seconds left here in the second. Bellinelli for three. That shot's good on the assist by Ginobili. Bellinelli's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Here's Anthony. The shot misses. And a tight game here as we end the first half. It's San Antonio leading by just 2. And now we'll send it down to Doris Burke, who's standing by courtside.
Thank you, Kevin. Coach, you haven't seen much work put in off the bench thus far. When we see that second unit after the break, what are you hoping to see from them?
I just want to have a semblance of motion so that they know where they're going and the ball moves. They don't play in a crowd. Just basically see if they know what they're doing.
We'll see, Coach. Thanks for the time. Guys.
All right, Doris, thank you. And we'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter. We have a close ball game on our hands as we get set for the second half of basketball. We have to like what we're seeing so far from Kawhi Leonard.
I like that he didn't force anything in that first half. His decision-making was really flawless.
That being the case, Steve, I think they want him to be more assertive in the second half. Look to take more shots. Be a little more shot hungry, even the tough ones.
Setting the floor for the Knicks. Jason Smith is out there with Amundsen. Then it's Anthony. Then there's Calderon. And it's Galloway in at the point. Now here's Parker. The dish to Splitter. Anthony against Leonard. And he drops it rolling around the rim. Leonard's got 8 points.
And you can feel the pattern of this game, guys. They're working it inside, dominating in the paint, getting good shots at will.
Well, 4 of their last 5 baskets, guys, have been of exactly that variety.
Here is Amundsen. Shoots the 3. Rebound, Kawhi Leonard.
Probably should hold for 1 shot here. Clock is on their side.
Yeah, no-brainer. They can hold it for the last shot.
Great work inside for 2 vital points. That was an ideal scenario for him. Point-blank range, big height advantage, and he cashed in perfectly.
Deep 2 from Anthony. Can't get it to go.
And it is very dangerous to leave him open like that. Lucky break for the defense that he missed it.
And that's going to do it for the third quarter. Spurs lead by 4. And we're coming right back. Be sure to stay with us as we get started for the fourth quarter.
On tap next Monday, December 15th, Tim Duncan and the San Antonio Spurs take on LaMarcus Aldridge and the Portland Trail Blazers, a Western Conference battle. Be there.
And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Well, we might as well call it the State Farm play of the game. This was just a marvelous piece of coordination between 2 teammates, completely in sync on the alley-oop.
Diaw and Duncan at the 4 and the 5. Ginobili and Leonard on the wings. And it's Parker in at the point guard. And that's who's in the game for the Spurs. And it's good off the back rim and in. Parker's got the fourth quarter going with the first basket of the period here for San Antonio.
Time is definitely not on their side at this point.
Yeah, they need a quick bucket.
Kicks it to Bargnani. Galloway, the pass to Bargnani. New York moving it around. Pulls up on the wing. Connects! And now they trail by just 4.
And there's been zero effort defensively by both these clubs tonight.
And don't let that high score fool you. I mean, it's a product of poor defense more than great offense.
Splitters checked in for the Spurs. And a switcher also for New York. Anthony's checked in. The Knicks shooting with confidence, 50% from the field so far. Right wing. Here's Galloway. Oh, hammered! And he'll go to the line. That one on Parker. Well, he holds the reins to this team, and we're seeing some examples of that, Steve, right now.
Yeah, they look cohesive. And, you know, anytime he takes control, you can just feel this group come together.
Yeah, it's priceless when you have a guy who sets the example he does and then backs it up with timely communication as well as consistent performance.
He's perfect from the line this time.
Boy, those were massive foul shots right there. It's down to a one-possession game.
And so they choose to intentionally foul.
That's right. No other option but to foul and hope for some misses.
Yep, you got to extend the game here. Try to keep that clock from moving.
First free throw is good, and that makes it a 3-point lead. So it gets them both, and it's a 4-point ball game.
And that's exactly how you close a game out. Those free throws will bury them for sure.
Here comes Calderon. Lets it go. That one wide left.
You're not doing your team any good forcing a shot like that one.
You know, I agree. He's got to know better than that.
And no good as the first free throw missing for him. We'll see if he can nail the second. And he can't get the second one to drop either. Coming up empty that time. And so it's San Antonio who's straight by with the win. And Clark, you know, it was quite a nail-biter.
Yeah, it was tight. Their guys were able to come up with big plays down the stretch, and that's the difference.
And that'll do it for Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Doris Burke. This is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching this presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports. And now we present the Jordan Player of the Game, Kawhi Leonard.